I'm actually not mad that we had to come here again. Like, this view does not get old. But the fear of falling is persistent. Look at this. Alright, let's go take our trip over the bridge. I'm also um like they added a mushroom and then very rarely do you find it or have use for it. Okay. Okay. So um just follow this for right now. Yeah, I have the frames put down first. I should have put blueprints down before I actually clayed the wall, so give you an idea of the space you're working with, I guess. Are you adding anything else to that build?
Finally! Meet Chief Kawini.
So he was here this whole time. Oh, we have to do
Or
ayahuasca.
not?
Oh, can we read this? I have to do it with just my fist? I did not do this already. This is new. No weapon though? This seems a bit violent. I like how you punch him and smacks the hair off him. Why not give me a spear though?
Jake! Jake! Over here! Jake! Run! Over here! Jake! This way! Jake!
Ananake, Jaco. Uliseju kalele, nalunu, eitle, se. Ananake, Jaco. Ananake.
This way!
He had a hell of a time over there. Where are we? Oh, okay. He had a hell of a time doing partying with the locals. How do we get out of here? Oh, this is a mushroom?
So small. Just waiting here, hidden from the world. Yes, this will help me save Mia. And you...
Sorry, buddy, I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't think we'll make that. How do we get out of here? This feels similar to the story's ending too, actually. Why does that not work? Okay. Where should we be going? How do we get out of here? Okay, we climbed up here. Why would this be a dead end? Did I go the wrong way? Such a maze in here. Should probably mark it. I wonder if they'll let me in now. I doubt it, because this guy is standing outside.
Yama. Oh, Yama. Yama. Oh, Yama. Yama.
I wonder why we can't go in. So, Snake's Path is in map 1, and they dropped us all the way in map 5. Is it possible to get to map 1 from there? There has to be. It has to be a way. Oh, okay, I didn't scream this time. Okay. Alright. Is it through the cave system? Okay. We're here. The last time we went west, everything was blocked off. Hold on, let's see if anything's changed. Maybe something has changed. It's not like we can't come back here either. Onion! What up, what up, what up? What's cracking? Hey, appreciate it, appreciate it. Appreciate you. How's work going for you? This either wasn't here before or I did not stumble upon it. Isn't this the cave that... This is that cave. This is the cave that, Linda, I think when you first joined the stream, we had to do the jumping because you told us there was a legend up there. Was this never explored or was it just a dead end when we went? No, we didn't have the rope. Okay. Where we break our legs. This is exactly where we break our legs. Can you swing down? Why do I even bother? Alright. Okay, there we go. Wow! So this is the cave. This is the cave that will link us. How does it appear on the map now? Right there. I'm glad we went back. I'm glad Go West came up. Look at that, and that automatically connects us from map 1 to map 5. Okay, so we know... Well, actually, I feel robbed. I genuinely feel robbed because we did not meet Chiefy. Chiefy kind of curved us. We partied. I thought that party was amazing. That was a hell of a party. But, Chiefy did not talk to us face to face. So now I'm wondering what's real, what's not real. Was this all a hallucination? Did we hallucinate? Not gonna lie, the little party was off the chain. I assume Chief was the one that gave you the package. I think so too. I thought like all the tribes were gonna show up. I thought that would have been cool if all the tribes were to show up, but I did like the legends, how they just connected everybody. No way. This camp has proved itself time and time. Is it in your inventory, his gift? Did he give us a gift? We're holding on to this egg strong, by the way. This egg is probably bad. It's spoiled. I wonder if you cook it, if it'd still be that way. Probably.
Disgusting. Ugh.
What did I just say? I said the egg was spoiled and I ate it. To be expected. Okay. I don't see anything, and I don't see these mushrooms that we collected either. I see this walkie-talkie that's useless. Wait, I see kind of the mushrooms. Yeah, like the mushrooms are like right here on this side, yeah. Not this. Oh, right here. It's hanging off over here. Hmm. It does look like the same mushrooms at the end of the story mode, I feel like. let's save here. Well, what's what's funny is I think our whole journey to get back there started from that cave, which was interesting. I didn't think we'd end up back here. All right, so we got to go to the swamp. This is fine. Now, if we go to the swamp and hang left, the leeches, all my leeches love me. All my leeches love me. I just gotta be careful with the stingrays in here. And my boy the caiman. Walked right over him as he blended in. No, is this the end of the map? Alright, let's look at the map real quick. Okay. Oh, we need to move a little bit west. Whoops! Okay, let's go west. But I know the steamboat and our boat are close, so that's okay. I know we're gonna inspect the damage, we're gonna build the scaffold, but I'm kind of a little bummed out that like we didn't get to go in the village, but I guess you would have only known what's in the village had you played the story mode, which I think is a bit unfair. We probably have to swim around. They put so much into the ayahuasca scenes. I thought we were gonna do well. I guess fighting was doing something. You know what's crazy? From the steamboat, I don't think I've ever looked up to like notice Snake's path. Well, you can't really see it that well. Alright, so we're inspecting the boat. See if there is any damage.
Well, no damage here.
Well, this is it. This is, whoa. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna be chapping for a while. Too bad I didn't bring a sleigh. Probably would have been great for this. How much rope are we gonna need is the question, too. Well, all in all, I think that since we're reaching the end of it all, I think that this was a good DLC. If that's what it originally was, it felt like a whole game itself, in my opinion. Um, I think this has been one of my favorite survival games. Like I love the forest, but this is different. I'm gonna chop, sir. There we go. The whole ayahuasca scenes are always amazing. Always amazing. They just they don't miss. Um, the fact that this dude has a psychotic breakdown and is just trying to heal his girlfriend, wife who has cancer is cool. Way more fleshed out than the story mode. Yes. Um, it's interesting that you don't hear much from Mia. Like you hear from her once. So I guess like she's really not part of the story. I guess this is more about the other tribes. Um, More so I guess what they went through too while he was like here exploring and I guess like in context in the background you can kind of start to see like oh he's making contact with all these people he's saving them not realizing that he's probably spreading disease as well while he's doing this like he has good intentions but he's also spreading disease which is probably why we don't see them in the story mode like they're non-existent these camps don't exist. So what I wonder is because I only remember the second tribes area. I wonder if there are areas for these missing tribes. Probably not the first tribe, but what about the third tribe? Do they exist? Are there any like pieces of them? It's interesting. All in all, like this has been a very cool game to play. Very cool story. Um, like I said, I always say that I was recommended this game by K-Dub, and although she does not play with me anymore, uh, would not have played this game because without her or without her recommendation. So I'm gonna let him get some energy. But this was a very interesting story. So it makes me wonder if Mia was in her cancer regression stage, which I think is what's going on. Why didn't she come this trip, or was she still healing? Was she still in the hospital? This Omega company, were they the ones that sent the boats? How did the Washar tribe still survive? Because even that was interesting to read. That it sounds like reading from the legend that they were once part of the uh, Yubaka tribe, and I guess they split because they wanted to keep the mushroom from themselves. So that's interesting too. I guess you living in the jungle isn't ideal if you had cancer. True, true. However, if you were gonna find a cure, you probably would have been closer to the cure. Could have just ate the mushroom, maybe. But um, still, it's a very interesting story. It feels very real. Um, I wonder what happens to Jake. Did he, even after this, even after the story, did he ever really leave then at this point? Did he really get on the plane? Did he ever come back here? Or is that all part of the psychotic breakdown that he's having? Because I don't like. I think in his mind, there's still a chance for Mia to get better. Gotta get more rope.
God, I could use a drink.
How bad is this water?
Ugh.
This wasn't the water to drink. But we'll be fine. Depends if you play the good or the bad ending. You know what? That's true. Because I did not get a bad ending. I got a good ending. So I don't know. But I am determined to go back and see the story mode and play it fresh. Because it's been a year or two since I played the story mode. But what's interesting is this mushroom was the cure, but I feel like wasn't there something to do with the frog being part of the cure as well? Gotta get rope. I feel like the frog had something to do with it too. Good ending. He goes back to the airport. Yes, that is correct. He sits at the airport, and I think that's where he starts talking to Mia, and you realize that this man was not all the way there. He definitely suffered a lot, knowing that like she was sick and he was here. Knowing that while he was searching for a cure, he also brought harm to the local people here as well. Because if I remember the story mode correctly, I think there's like a part of the story where you just see a pile of bodies just stacked on top of each other. The mushroom cured the cancer. Hold on, let me refresh it because I couldn't see that comment. My stream is messing up. There we go. In the story mode, oh wait, no, I feel like I missed the comment. In the story mode, the poison dart cures the virus. Okay. I know you said something else, but it's not showing up on my stream right now. But I think what it said was like the mushroom cured the cancer, but it caused everything else, and the mushroom killed the virus. But I think at that point, if that's where you were going with that, I think Mia was already dead. I don't know why my comments are not showing up on the stream. But yeah, I think that in doing good, sometimes we do bad without intentionally meaning to do so. It's kind of one of the takeaways of the story. Because I think like if you would have thought about it in hindsight, that's kind of like history. That's kind of like history. What happened in real life, like other people came here, and then that messed up with the Indians, and or the Pilgrims and the Indians, I think, got sick. And that's like a repetitive theme throughout history when we think about it. Not to get all deep and just start breaking down the story, but he meant well. It's not like he went there and he intentionally wanted to harm the locals. That's not what this is. He came in here on a whim, wanting to research if there was indeed a cure for his, I don't know if she's his wife or his girlfriend, but the person he loves, is there a cure for her? Hey, there could be something in the jungle. Not only did he expose these people to about it and everything, but we also have to remember he wrote a whole book about his experience here, which drew traffic to come here and bring even more diseases. So let's say like he's not even the like direct cause. Indirectly, he's kind of the cause. He drove people to come here. Now the cartel people with the gold mine and the cocoa plants for the coke, not the beverage. Um, that, was that here before him? Was that just here in the background? Was he, trespassing on quote unquote their land? So I mean, there's just like a lot to think about, like the ripple effects of saving one person's life to kill 1,000, even more than that. Like, was it worth it in the end? Not to get deep. When was Mia here? In Spirits of the Amazonia or in the story mode? Okay, we got one part of this done. Probably need more rope. Yeah, we need more rope. I think if I remember correctly in the story mode, she had came here before, or they both had came here before, and that's why I'm trying to figure out when. But in the story mode, she was here with him, and she kind of knew the way or had built some type of relationship. And then even in this, she had came here because he was asking her help on the radio, like, "Hey, how do I get these people to trust me?" And she was like, "I'm a woman. It's easy, you know. It's easy to trust the woman." But it's just something to think about. Was her life really worth it to kill thousands? And not even kill thousands. We're talking about tribes that have lived here for centuries, possibly. Immediately, um, extinct's not the word, but they just no longer exist. I can't think of the word. But they just don't exist. Colonizer. See? See? So was it worth it? Was it worth it? I think that's what it comes down to. Was saving Mia worth it? Because in the end, as we know, she still died. He lost it. He just mentally could not function. And was it worth it? And I think that's something I want to go back and play the story to understand. Do they leave it up for interpretation for you to figure out, was it worth it? For Jake at least. Because that scene where we saw like the bodies just piled, that was just like, I mean, the ending in itself, personally, like I still think about it. It was such a good ending. I don't want the toad. In the ayahuasca, you see Mia meeting the Ibaka in the big camp, but the camp is abandoned. That's right. That's right. And did she even bring disease too? So did Jake go 3 times? Exactly my point. How many times did they go here and where'd they get this money? Because a trip to the Amazon is crazy. Oh, wait, I don't have any more rope? There we go. Okay, what do we need here? We need more rope. Could have brought all the rope I needed, but can only carry 10. Hey, Miss Parker. So, I guess that's up to interpretation. How many times did they come here? Who funded it? How did they get involved with Omega? I guess because, she had cancer. I guess that makes sense. There's just so many questions. And I don't think anybody's done like a real deep dive. So I'm just trying to talk about all the facts that I remember, all the things that I know before we sail away into the sunset and we we leave this place until we come back for the story mode, which I think I do want to stream the story mode. Check that out for us. Stick, stick, stick. Planks. Oh my god. To the end, these planks will haunt me. The most useless thing. Omega contacted him after he wrote his book. Okay, so here we go. We're piecing it together. Plank. Alright, we need one more plank. But still, this has been an incredible story. Sometimes I play games and I'm just like, story wasn't all that. But this took experience. And in my opinion, even the ayahuasca scenes, they were so good. They were so good. Like, they just felt so real, even as somebody just playing it. They offered to pay for Mia's hospital bill if he shared the secret. Now, listen, at that point. But you know what? With the way things are in the States, I could see how that's easily the first solution. 68. I'm gonna just get rid of one of these because we're leaving, right? We don't need this. I'm not making a trip back for this. With the way medical is in the States, I mean, hey. But then, at that point too, like after everything I've been through, had this been me, who cares about credit? Like, you're gonna put that on my credit report, you're gonna leave, one more plank? Rah. But just put that on my credit report. Like, let's put this together. Gabby's in the hospital for cancer. Knock on wood. Knock on that plank that we need to go get. They could, at that point, after Gabby gets out, they could keep the bill. We're not taking that home with us. I didn't sign up for the bill. Even with insurance, they could keep that. Put it on my credit report, you could keep that. We have cash. You could keep that. Or, if I'm smart about it, I'll go to a hospital that I know. See if they can wipe the bill. But even like on a non-joking matter, it's still sad that in the States we can't get the hospital care that people need because of how high things are, how much hospitals are made for profit. Is it true you can hit the poison tree if you have armor on? Let's go find out. I mean, we ain't got nothing to lose. This will be I stopped hitting it, so let's see what happens.
Fuck off me.
That is a lie. That is a lie. We are wearing armor, and that is a lie. I wonder if metal armor would make a difference. Because I heard even with metal armor, you don't, like, get affected by ants and wasps and things like that. But I've not made any metal armor. But healthcare in the States, horrible. Horrible. Everybody deserves, access to care and affordable care at that. Nobody should have to be turned away because of insurance or money or I think that's something else that bothers me too. Like, even after you're done and you get a bill in the mail, like, you feel worse for being sick. So pay to win, pay to live. Well said. Well said. Well said. I agree. But yeah, had that been me, and or even if I was in the hospital, I would tell Gabby just don't even. Stones? Bro, where are we gonna get stones? You know what? We're gonna take a trip back to the camp because we definitely have a plethora of stones and it makes no sense for them being there for show at this point. Let's go back to the camp. But yeah, just I mean, I know there are programs and you know there are ways that hospitals quote unquote try to make things affordable or discounted, but there's no point. I mean, not there's no point. Like you shouldn't have something like that to think about, you know, when you're being sick or in the hospital, things like that. There's stones over there. Were there a lot of stones? Because I'm about to go haul everything on a on a sled and just bring it over here. Oh, look, there's a leech. Let's get this leech off before it kills my sanity. Where's it at? All my leeches love me. Oh, all my leeches love me. All my leeches love me. All my leeches love me. Yeah. All right. I'm sure we have stones here. There's usually a lot of stones there, but never when you need them. So yeah. No, I know I have a bunch here. There's two big camp. Well, this is not big, but I have a bunch here, and I have a bunch at the other camps. Let me just go pick up the sleigh. Because if this is truly the end of the game, then like what do we need it for? I think that ironically I left no stone uncovered. Knee slapper. Just kidding. But no, I think I covered everything here. I think we really left everything here. Explored, solved. So all the legends are done. Drag the sleigh up on the boat. And you know what? Might as well come back here to get him something to drink, something to eat. The rain's not coming back. It's over. Finish. We did it. It's been real, Amazon. Alright, so our stones. I think it said we needed 8. So... Look at that! There's no sleigh. Let's just go grab the sleigh real quick. But yeah, it's just something to think about. This was a very good story. Very good story. I didn't get to do this though. I do want to know what this is. No, we needed a pot, so we might see what that's all about. So let's save here. Because I do want to come back and do this. So I don't know where we'll put this, but maybe right here. Because I heard this is like a big battle. And I think I got what it takes. I think the next thing we're gonna do is a story mode, but I have been promising K-Dub the RAF, so we are gonna make our way to the RAF at one point. Have I played Detroit Become Human? No, I have not. I've not heard of that. I have not heard of that. What's that about? It's probably the one place I didn't organize supplies. Decision-based game. I think there are 58 possible endings. Jesus. Oh, more sticks. Guess what? We got sticks galore over here. Just load up all these rocks. I do like how even at the end of the story they still explained like the Washar and why they are the way they are. I thought that was important too because they're already portrayed as like a violent uh group of people with no explanation as to why they were violent. So I thought that was interesting that they included them in the legend and that they were once part of the tribe. So I guess I wonder if they turned, since they're protecting the power of the mushroom, if that is what ultimately split. So like by him being here, did he help cause the ripple effect for the Washar tribe to be violent and be that way? Like, is that what this is? Or were they just always in knowledge of that and have that knowledge and just, you know, how many stones do we have? 6? I think we have enough. Um, it's you know, just interesting. Just questions. It's questions. You can play as 3 different androids. You don't want to spoil anything. Okay, I'll definitely watch something on it, see what that's about. See what that's about. I do know I need to go back to some of my other games and finish them. Like I've 75% completed Hogwarts and have not gone back to finish it. Ooh, did I just... No multiplayer though. Ooh, I think I might have messed up by putting this away here. Okay, now we got out. Alright. This camp, I have to say again, this camp has proved its worth a plethora of times. Every camp I've built has proved its value, even when I thought I was overbuilding. I have a bunch to start. I have a bunch I need to finish or even start. I've bought a bunch of games and have not played them. Like I've played the same 2 games. Give me the sleigh. Okay. Like I'd like to go back and finish Hogwarts. Another game I want to go back and finish is Ghost of Tsushima. Beautiful game. Beautiful game.